New York. All right, we are live on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. I don't even use Twitter. I don't even go there, but I'm a stream there anyway. I'm streaming everywhere, damn it. 7 different locations, and I'm here. For those of you that are on Instagram, hello, thank you for being here. Those of you on Facebook and all of my other wonderful platforms, thank you for being here. I look a little blurry over here on Facebook. Let me see. Why is this not focusing right? Okay. Got to make sure you see the pretty face. You know what I'm saying? Hey, somebody got to make me feel good. I wanted to talk to you about a topic that is very important to me. And this topic I learned through experience. See, in life, some things are taught and some things are caught. I'm going to say that again. In life, some things are taught and some things are caught. And what I want to tell you about today is something that I caught from life. See, we have the opportunity at all times to catch things from life if we're aware enough. And I think it's funny. As I look around on social media, I see a lot of other people doing things because everybody else is doing them. And for a really long time, I was doing things in my life because everybody else was doing them. But more importantly, I was doing things that weren't me. And in terms of me being a storyteller, because I'm not a speaker, nor do I train speakers. Because a speaker speaks to the ears. And what goes in one ear comes out the other. Well, I train storytellers, and I am a storyteller. Because you know what they say, where the heart is, there too lies the treasure. And the heart, well, how do we access the heart? We access the heart through emotion. See, that's the language of the subconscious mind. That's the language of also the heart. So if I want to learn how to speak to the heart, I have to tell stories, not just tell information. Big difference. Alrighty, but I'm not here to talk about that. As I began my journey of public speaking, right? We're going to use that corny ass term that everybody else uses. That's why everybody else is average, right? Besides us that are watching this. I wanted to be like everybody else. My mentor, Les Brown, when he and I started to work together one-on-one, I was developing my voice, but I was trying to be like everybody else. I was trying to be Devin Jakes, like TD Jakes. I was trying to be Devin Brown, like Les Brown. I was trying to be Devin Thomas, like Eric Thomas. I was trying to be Devin Goggins, like David Goggins. I was trying to be Devin Johnson, like Inky Johnson. I was trying to be everybody else but Devin. And y'all, oh my God, this is great. I'm trying to look for the book. Where is it? There was a book. It's called How to Drop the Mic. Oh, no. Excuse me. Don't Drop the Mic. Don't Drop the Mic by TD Jakes. And I used to watch TD Jakes so much. You should have seen me. I was preaching up in there. Somebody better hear me up in this place. Somebody don't get what I'm saying up in here. And I used to post videos. And I used to post these videos speaking just like that everywhere. And then I tried to be Devin Thomas. All you gotta do is grind. You gotta work. You gotta set your habits. Now I can try to be David Goggins. If you're not waking up at 3:30 in the morning and going for a 20-mile run, you're soft. And then I try to be Devin Brown. If you know Les Brown, you know what I'm saying. And I posted all these videos everywhere, and I was getting good feedback. See, the thing is, you could be getting good results, but still feel inside empty. Or you could still feel empty inside, rather. Anybody ever felt that? Like you were getting good results, but inside you still felt empty? Like you knew something was missing? My girlfriend just sent me a picture of me on this live right now, I believe. She's making fun of me, guys. She's making fun of me. Whatever. And as I watched those videos, but more importantly, as I was speaking my words, I felt empty. because people said, oh, good job, oh, good story. But inside, I knew I wasn't speaking from my heart. I think Dr. Seuss put it best. Dr. Seuss says that today you are you. There is nobody alive that is youer than you. But so many times, especially when we speak, we want to be like other people. But it wasn't until I made the decision that I was not going to be anybody else but me that things started to happen in my life in terms of me speaking. See, guys, here's the thing. I led and I lived 6 years of my life trying to be like everybody else. When I was in middle school, high school, I tried to be like everybody else because I was being bullied every single day of my life. And I thought that the way that I would avoid the bullying is if I just tried to fit into the crowd. But you know what I learned? The more that you try to fit in, the more you lose yourself in the process. And the more you lose yourself in the process, the more pain you go through. But you know what was funny? Back in middle school, when I actually accepted that I was an outsider, my life changed. I began seeing results that shifted. And it came to the point where in 5th grade, my parents came to me. They said, Devin, listen, we want to transfer you out of this school. As I came home that day with a bloody nose crying because I had just gotten beat up at school. And they said, we can't watch you go through this. How many of you know that sometimes it's harder to watch a child go through something than it is for the child to actually go through the thing? And that's what my parents were dealing with. See, to me, that was my normal. Bloody noses, punches, bruises, scars. And it was what it was. But to my parents, it killed them. And they said, son, we cannot continue to watch this. And they said, we're going to transfer you to another school. What do you think, son? I said, no. I don't want to go anywhere. Because I knew that if I made the decision to leave that school, that I would be allowing other people to determine my future for me instead of me determining my future. And I made that decision that I was going to be the one to determine my future and nobody else. See, the decisions we make today influence the decisions of tomorrow. My mentor puts it this way: in life we make decisions, and those decisions make us. I haven't said that one in a long time. And then once I made that decision that I was going to stay in that school, I embraced myself. I embraced sticking out like a sore thumb. I embraced being the outsider sitting alone at lunch. I embraced being called, since I was a little bit darker than everybody, the N-word. I embraced being called chocolate milk, being beaten up. I embraced not being able to go to the park and play basketball without being beaten up. I embraced all of this stuff. And once I embraced being different, well, guess what happened? I went on to be nominated the school president by the same people who bullied me for 6 years. See, here's the thing. A gentleman by the name of Walter Elliott put it this way. He said that perseverance is not a long race. It is many short races, one after the other. See, there's some of us right now that are not living authentically in who we are, and we're trying to be everyone else because we haven't accepted yet that every day is going to be a battle. But here's the thing. The battles of life are easier when you're you instead of trying to be somebody else. I'm speaking here. You catching what I'm cooking? Does anybody catch what I'm cooking? I see a couple people here. Miss Jamie said, yeah, I appreciate you, my sister. I appreciate it. So once I accepted myself and I said, I'm going to be different. Take it or leave it, buddy. I'm going to be different. And the thing is with being different, you're going to be misunderstood. How many of you know that, right? That you might be different and you also feel misunderstood. But once I accepted that I was going to be misunderstood, well, then I went on to become the president of the school, right? I mean, we're talking about middle school here, right? But it taught me the valuable lesson that eventually the devil's going to come along and say, I mean, we just can't win over this person. We're going to have to go try somebody else because, I mean, this person is just too mentally tough. This person just won't quit. I need to go try somebody else. Why does this apply to your speaking? Why does this apply to your ability to deliver presentations? Well, I'll tell you why this impacts it. Because whenever you're trying to speak, I know from experience, most people are not speaking in their authentic voice because we see people online that we want to speak like, and all we do is watch their videos and we try to speak like them. And I don't care if you're saying that's not me. I guarantee you it is, or at one point in time it was. Until you make the decision that if I try to be somebody else, I'm just going to be second best. Because you can't be somebody better than them. You can't be them. You can't be that person for them. That person got to be themselves. And then once I started embracing my authenticity, guess what happened? TED Talk, speaking in front of thousands of people. I had people started to come to me and say, Devin, can you teach me how to tell a story? Can you help me build my business through the power of storytelling? Get the hell out of here. I don't do that junk. I looked at my bank account. I had -$7. I went back to this woman, Heidi, who said, Devin, you should teach people how to tell their story. I said, Heidi, were you serious about what you were telling me? Because I'm broke. I was a life coach at the time, but I was one damn broke life coach. I'll tell you that much. So I said, Heidi, you serious? You think I can teach people how to tell a story? She said, yeah. I said, oh, well, let me try this out because I'm so broke. I got to try something. Guys, I was so broke. In the South, we have this place called Jack's. It's a fast food restaurant. It's like McDonald's. I was so broke. I went to Jack's and I said, hey, can I get a cookies and cream milkshake? What size you want, sir? I'll take a small. I go to the window. I hand her my debit card. She swipes the debit card. Sir, the card declined. I said, I'll try it again. It must be the machine. She swipes it. Sir, your debit card declined. I said, here you go. Just take my credit card. There has to be something wrong with the machine. She swipes it again. It worked. Oh my. I opened up my Chase account. I had -$7. I was $9,000 in debt. And I said, I'm broke. Oh my God. Don't mind me. Please, folks, don't mind me. But I made a decision that I was going to embrace my calling. See, my calling came to me through somebody else. And chances are, if you're watching this, your calling might come through somebody else. You just have to listen. And I started working with people. I had no system, no frame, nothing. I didn't know how to teach people anything in regards to speaking. And then I took on 4 clients that I charge $119 per month. Don't message me saying you want to work with me for $119 per month because that does not exist no more. Okay. Just a warning. And the results were incredible. A woman went from $0 in her business to $5,000 a month in her business. Another woman went from being a social mute and not being able to speak in public to go on and speak in front of 60,000 people on stage. Another person wanted to grow their coaching business, didn't know how to, learn how to share their message, customize their offer based around, or rather customize their message based around their offer. 4 to 5 new clients like that. Why? Because of the ability to articulate, communicate a message. And then things really shifted for me, hit me, that I was living in my true authenticity and who I was called to be when I had a client of mine come up to me and say, Devin, you'll never believe what happened to me. I said, what happened, Vendi? She said, Devin, I was in church. Who sells in church? Nobody sells in church besides the damn pastor, right? She says, Devin, I was in church, and before church we have a breakfast. I said, oh, that's great. She said, the pastor was sitting at my table at breakfast when I walked up to it. And he stopped me and he said, Vendi, I was just telling everybody else about you. And she says, oh, that's terrific. Sorry about that. And she said, oh, that's terrific. Thank you for sharing about. And she said, what were you saying about me? And the pastor said, oh, Vendi, over the past few months, we've noticed how you've developed so much as a speaker. She had already been a speaker for 20 years. See, here's the thing. Some people that have been doing something for so long allow what they do know to stop them from learning what they don't know. Maybe you'll catch that on your way home. That's okay. But Vendi was different. She said, despite me being a speaker for 20 years, I'm going to let this guy coach me. The pastor said, over the past 3 months, you've grown so much as a speaker. We have no clue what you've been doing, but whatever you've been doing, it's been working. Hello, Coach Sophia. Oh, Coach Sophia, you'll appreciate this example because Coach Sophia is the one that got me into the coaching game, for those of you that don't know, okay? If you're not following her, you better. So this is the thing about Vendi. She's a 65-year-old woman, and she wanted to coach caregivers because what she noticed was that caregivers spend so much time taking care of other people that they lose themselves in the process. So she's a coach for caregivers, and she teaches them self-care and how to live a balanced life. She had no product, no service, no nothing besides a message. And she said, Devin, you'll never believe what happened next. I said, what happened? She said, Devin, the pastor asked me, she said, Vendi, can you go up on to the altar and tell everybody in the congregation what you do and why you do it? And she said, I was a little scared, of course, because I was put on the spot in front of hundreds of people, but I went up and I did it anyway because I felt prepared, because I was trained. And she said, Devin, I spoke, and everyone rose out of their seat and gave me a standing ovation. I said, wow, that's great, Vendi. And she says, that's not the best part. I said, okay, what is? She said, before I could even walk off stage, 3 women ran up to me and said, Vendi, how can I work with you? I don't care what it takes. And she was literally forced to take their money and start her coaching business. Jeez, if somebody with no coaching business can do this, what about somebody who already got an offer? What about somebody that already got leads? Wait a second. What about somebody that's already generating money? What can we do with them? So then I developed something called the subconscious storytelling system. How do we craft a message that speaks to the subconscious mind so that when we want people to take action, they take action? Oh, this is good. And how do we use the power of a story to crush objections before they even enter a person's mind? I'm talking a different language right now because this isn't public speaking. I've been having some people send me messages on Facebook. They'd be like, you teach people messaging? I'm like, what does that even mean? No, I teach you how to present, deliver an experience, and enable you to become more persuasive so that people do what you want them to do. Not because you want them to do it, but because you spoke in such a way that now they're hungry for what you have. Subconscious storytelling. Go try to buy the domain. I already got it. So why do I share all of this with you? I share all of this with you because this was only possible for me in my life once I embraced my authentic voice. Once I simply became more of who I already was, rather than trying to be like other people. That's how this was possible. And I'm not going to sit up here and say I have a multi-million-dollar business. I don't. But I'm generating a few G's a month. A few G's don't hurt nobody. A few G's don't hurt a player. Right? I mean, come on. Hello? A few G's is better than a few cents. I mean, hello? I don't know why I'm on my soapbox today. I don't know. But here's a call to action that I will give you. If you want to learn this subconscious storytelling system and learn how Vendy did what she did with no product, no offer, no service, no coaching program, not even an idea, but just a message, well, I want you to inbox me, send me a message, and just say subconscious storytelling system. Or say, hi, Devin, I smell. I don't know. Say something so I can support you. Because people need what you have. And if you don't get them what you have and do everything in your ability to get what you have to them, you're very selfish. Because you selling something to somebody else for the betterment of them is the best thing you could ever do for them, hands down. And if you really love people, you will learn how to speak in such a way that you get them to take action on what you want them to take action on. Otherwise, you're not living your calling. And more importantly, you're not allowing other people to step into who they've been called to be in their life. Because your audience is drowning. Your audience is suffering. Your audience is silently screaming for you to speak to them. They need you. So, I went on my soapbox today. But if you want to learn this system that's worked for hundreds of people, send me a message. If not, my life will not change. My life will be the same, promise. But I appreciate you for being here nonetheless. I hope you took away one or two things from this because honestly, that's what's most important for me, and that's why I do it. Okay? So I appreciate you being here. I'm going to close it out on Facebook.